All right. As you know, or maybe you don't know, Facebook doesn't allow me to go live, but I just got some crazy, strange information. Now, I need everyone to open their mind about this, okay? This isn't a left thing, right thing, center of the aisle thing, vax thing, unvax thing, healthy thing, sick thing. This is real life, okay? This is occurring. Okay. Just spoke with a friend of mine. Now, I'm not going to name any names for personal reasons, but this young man is a freshman at a college here. Actually, the college is Penn State, Penn State Harrisburg. Okay, so I am going to name the college because this is freaking ridiculous. Now, Penn State Harrisburg's policy is if you are not vaccinated, then you have to get weekly testing. Okay, so this young man was completely fine with that. He made the decision that he doesn't want to be vaccinated, and he decided that he was going to do weekly testing. So great. So everything's been going okay so far. He's been in college since August, and here we are in October. So this young man also has three other roommates because they live in kind of like not a dorm, but like off-campus type of like student housing. So of the three roommates that he has, all three of them have decided that they wanted to do the vaccination and are vaccinated. Now, this young man took a test on Friday. Okay, so we know that it takes a little bit for the test to come back, but he had to take a test on Friday. And all of these students went home for the weekend, right? They went home to surprise their families or whatever. Okay, so today is what? Wednesday. So we find out that one of his roommates, which is also close friends with the family that this is regarding, uh, their son, which is the other young man's that I'm referring to, the one that this is about, it's his roommate at college. And he is vaccinated, as I said. On Saturday, he started not to feel so well. Thought maybe it was just allergies or whatnot, it could just be a common cold. Well, on Monday, he went and got tested because he wasn't feeling well. And I don't know whether it was Monday or Tuesday or just today, but the test came back positive. So this young man, which is vaccinated, tested positive for COVID-19. Now, as I said, he's roommates with the one that I'm referring to here, which is this is what this is all about. So sorry about all this confusion about back and forth. But the one who's not vaccinated got his test back today, and he is negative of COVID 19. Now, keep in mind, as I said, these kids, or young men, all went away for the weekend. So we don't know when the quote unquote infection or virus started with, let's just call him vaxxed young man. So, unvaxxed young man is in class today and gets a text message stating that he has to, that there's been contact tracing and that he has to quarantine for the next 10 days. Okay? So, unvaxxed young man, which tested negative as of today, which his test was on Friday, is roommates with vaxxed young man. There's also two other roommates involved. They are both also vaccinated. Young man who is not vaccinated gets contact tracing email today from Penn State that he has to quarantine for 10 days. So you say, no big deal. Okay, that's common, right? Right, yeah. Okay, that's common. So I'm getting to the best part of the story here. So young man who's not vaxxed contacts Penn State and says, hey, what can I do? I'm not feeling sick. Why do I have to quarantine? They then inform him that the other two roommates who are vaccinated don't have to quarantine. Are you hearing this? The young man who's unvaccinated, who tested negative for COVID-19, has to quarantine for 10 days, which means that he's going to miss out on 10 days of his paid education at school, in school learning, flag football, other activities that he does, even though he is negative today, as of today, Wednesday, and the vaccinated young man, is positive. But the other two vaccinated young men who dorm with him don't have to quarantine? What the hell is this bullshit? This is segregation at its finest. This isn't a segregation, black versus white, brown versus red, yellow versus whatever. This is crazy. This is segregation, vaccinated versus unvaccinated, and it's completely ridiculous. And this is the CDC guidelines, which are completely ridiculous. So what you're telling me, if it's about the science and if it's about public health, then why don't all three of those young men have to quarantine for 10 days? Because we now know that even if you're vaccinated, you can get the virus. And we now know that even if you're vaccinated, you could spread the virus. So why is it that the only one who is unvaccinated is the only one who has to quarantine for 10 days? Try to wrap your head around this bullshit. It makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. And here's the craziest part too. My friends who informed me of the story told me that they told some of their friends who just so happened to be vaccinated as well. And you want to know what their friend said? Well, why don't you just make it easier for him and get him vaccinated? We're missing the whole entire point here. What the hell are you putting in your body? Why are you looking for that short-term, get me back to normal situation when you have no idea what the long-term repercussions are going to be of this? The vax push is simple. Get rid of the control group. When you get rid of the control group, you can no longer point fingers at what is causing the issues. Segregation at its finest. Penn State University, you're a disgrace. You're a joke. All the millions upon billions of dollars, whatever the hell it is that you guys make. You're a joke. You're an indoctrination camp. That's what you are. Peace.